Welcome to Top Picks, your ultimate destination for the top picks of all things captivating and remarkable.
Russia is buying engines from China's AliExpress to make quick and dirty drones that are proving lethal, Ukraine says. Russia is making lethal drones using engines from Chinese e-commerce giant AliExpress, a Ukrainian Air Force spokesman said. Yurii Ihnat said that Ukraine knows Russia is making drones with the engines due to the debris left by damaged and destroyed UAVs. We have the scraps, we have the debris, and we can see what the enemy is using to make them, Ihnat said. According to Ukrainian outlet Pravda, the engines were actually bought from AliExpress, and this is how the enemy is going to use them. Drones have played a huge role in both countries' fight since Russia invaded Ukraine in February 2022, used for reconnaissance, hitting troops and equipment. But despite this, both sides have had limitations in their supply of military drones. Ukraine often uses civilian-grade drones, usually obtained through crowdfunding. Meanwhile, Russia is limited in where it can buy its drones due to international sanctions. Ihnat said Ukraine has previously seen Russia using makeshift drones. This is not the first time. This aircraft has been made from simple materials, quick and dirty, as they say, and launched towards our country, but he warned they were still a threat to Ukraine. Nevertheless, it's dangerous. This UAV is an attack type. It carries several kilograms of explosives, so it poses a danger. 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. The BBC reported that both Russia and Ukraine may struggle to secure drones and drone parts from China that they have been using in the war because China restricts their exports. China, which has not condemned Russia's invasion and has kept supporting Russia financially, says its drones should not be used for military purposes. Both countries are constantly seeking a reliable supply of drones for the war. Russia has relied on Iran to get drones that it is using in Ukraine and is reportedly working to mass-produce a version of an Iranian drone in Russia that would allow them to continue their attacks without worrying about international supplies or relations. Ukrainian companies are also making their own drones, and the government is backing projects to try and increase domestic production.
A Ukrainian government minister said last month that the country is creating an army of drones and that he thinks the country's production will grow 100 times above its level in 2022. Drones have had a profound effect on the war in Ukraine. Used in great quantities by both sides, China's move to place restrictions on exports, however, has led to concerns that there could be a problem with supplies. Many of them are commercially made in China and bought off the shelf and news up, but there are indications of a reduction in the number of Chinese drones and parts available to both Ukraine and Russia. According to the Royal United Services Institute RUSI, a London-based think tank, Ukraine is losing about 10,000 drones a month. Numerous volunteer groups have been instrumental in using donated funds to help the Ukrainian army restock its supplies. Commercial drones are used alongside purpose-made military designs, such as Turkish Bayraktar drones used by Ukraine and Iranian shots used by Russia. The latest restrictions imposed by the Chinese government came into force on the 1st of September. They apply to longer-range drones weighing more than 4 kilograms, as well as drone-related equipment, such as some cameras and radio modules. Chinese producers of such equipment are now required to apply for export licenses and provide end-user certificates. And the government in Beijing, which has not condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine, says commercial Chinese drones must not be used for military purposes. Ukrainian volunteers as soldiers say the latest Chinese restrictions have so far had minimal impact on the availability of drones, especially the ubiquitous lightweight Mavics made by the Chinese company DJI. Hope you would have liked our video. Subscribe our channel for more amazing videos.